Welcome to my second Order and Chaos 2 video. My name's Fish, you can call me Dave. Today we're going through environments. We're also going to be talking about instant quests, a new feature for Order and Chaos 2. We're also going to be talking about solo dungeons for your solo time. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to do questions and answers at the end, just like before. Hit the like and the comment and subscribe. I'll be streaming live on Mobcrush every day after the game comes out, and it's coming out really soon. First, we're going to take a look at environments for Order and Chaos Online 2. We're going to compare it to Order and Chaos Online. So I've taken some shots running in the old game, as we've known for the past 4 years, and comparing it to Order and Chaos 2. The first shot was from Belshul. This is Mariner's Landing, a starting area in Order and Chaos 2. And you can see the graphical differences right there. But for guys like Denny, who seem to cry about the graphics of the old game being just as good as the new game, well, here it is for your face, dude. This is Whispering Islands. I took a run through there on Fish Sticks by Mendel. It's Order and Chaos Online Part 1, as we know it today. And here is a strikingly similar scene from another area. It could be an area of Mariner's Landing as well, in Order and Chaos 2. If you think the graphics look similar, you're out of your mind and you need some glasses. Here's regular Order and Chaos Online. This is the Mendel starting area. It was the closest thing that I could find to the Elves area. And Order and Chaos 2, you can see the difference in the graphics right there. It's night and day. It's really incredible. Anyhow, this is probably the first images that you've seen of movement in the game, apart from the 3 seconds of the other video that I had up online. This is the Underrealm in Order and Chaos Online. Not bad. I mean, it's using some of the newer graphics because it is one of the newer areas in the game. And here is a similar looking area in Order and Chaos 2. This is the desert in Order and Chaos Online. A little run with my Mendel. And you can compare that to the Orc starting area. This is Trim Steps for Order and Chaos 2. Come on. This is a graphics engine from a PC game from about 4 years ago. I believe it was one of the Warhammer games that it was used for. So it's a really intensive engine, especially for mobile. Come on. You like that? Well, check out what it looks like to run in the new world. Here's some slow-mo running shots. You can see the graphics of the character. Now, some of the stuff is coming from emulators, so it might look a little bit better on mobile when it's on the device, but give me a break. I mean, here it is. Picture that as you, whether you're a dude or a girl, or a Mendel. I would have liked to have seen the Mendel shots, but it's not me playing here. This is Trim Steps, home of the Orcs, and we're running through in slow-mo. I think we should have chosen more slow-mo music. This looks like Eternal Frostland. I wonder if Eternal Frostland still exists in the new game after the world explodes. And this is, I have no clue where it is, but look at the graphics. There you have it. The next step is a feature called Instant Quests. It's very similar to what you've seen perhaps in games like Guild Wars 2, where you'll go into an area, and you'll automatically take on a quest. This does not replace regular quests in the game, where you'd go up to an NPC and receive a quest, but you'll enter into an area and you'll automatically take on the quest, and the rewards will be given to you immediately after you do whatever tasks in the quest. I'm going to talk a little bit less during these next parts so you can see some actual gameplay. This is a warrior. You can see there's a spell bar in the bottom right hand corner, a wheel similar to Order and Chaos 1. There is a difference, of course. You'll see a little arrow on the bottom button, and that arrow expands out to reveal 4 or 5 more skills. And there's a chance there are actually pages of skills that you can swipe on that bar. The bar doesn't extend farther than halfway across the iPad on the bottom, so it really shouldn't be difficult to hit the skills when you're doing PvP, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see. This is an automatic instant quest. You got to open some traps, kill some bears, apparently some wolves hiding in bushes, and it's very similar to the old Order and Chaos Online. You can see that you go into combat and out of combat, except there's some emotes from actual mobs and monsters. That wolf said woo. I don't know if he was excited or if he was trying to make the woo sound of a wolf. There's shiny object quests just the same as before, and you automatically pick these up. So Once you're done, you'll get the reward, and you collect it right from your inventory. UI looks pretty clean. I mean, as far as other games that we've seen, like Forsaken World, where there's just 10 billion buttons on the screen, this is a lot more clean and a lot more easy on the eyes. You don't want to be cluttered with buttons. There's still a spot for a shiny golden chest, and it looks like Nick is back 600 years into the future. The dude has lived. I would have liked to have seen Mendel working it in these new zones, but if you look up to the left, you'll see a little Mendel girl, and the Mendels look really well designed. The graphics are just they're a hell of a lot better than the old game. If you can't see that right now, then well, you're gonna have to wait to the new game, but it's pretty evident. You can also see the NPCs. They glow, similar to, I don't know if WoW does that, but I know Guild Wars 2 does that as well. As far as everything else goes, it's very similar to Order and Chaos Online. The mini-map is in the upper left instead of the upper right, and it shines in the direction that you're headed. Look at the horse. I mean, you could see, based on just animals and other NPCs in the game, how awesome the graphics are. The next feature is solo dungeons. There's going to be 4 at release. There's going to be a lot more launched over time. They're there basically so you could do something while you're by yourself, you don't have a team, or you just have a couple minutes. And you can use that to get inventory items and materials and such. It uses a different exhaust system than dungeons, and it will replenish every day. I'm sure you can buy the tabs or the elixirs in the next shop as well. Here's an example of a solo dungeon. It's a mage solo dungeon, or it's a mage doing the solo dungeon. They're called dream dungeons, and this is a level 5 dungeon, so it's going to be a very noob dungeon. There's not going to be a lot to do in terms of skills. I'm guessing as you advance over in level, they become harder over time. Again, you can see the wheel in the bottom right-hand corner. Cooldowns are pretty standard, just like in Order and Chaos. There seems to be 4 buttons and skills that you can push on the wheel. You'll notice about a minute or 2 later into this solo dungeon, she'll open the sidebar, or the bottom bar as it were, and you'll see how far it extends. I'm not sure it's going to be too difficult to use, and obviously they've tested it out, so they know that the right sidebar going up and down is available to them, and they decided against using it. I guess we'll see over time. I know that World PvP, which is the only PvP that exists at the beginning, will not take place until level 40. So until we get to level 40, we're not really going to know the power of PvP and how that bottom wheel goes. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the bottom skill on the wheel. And you can see there's 4 different pages it appears, right? So if you go over time and you start leveling up your skills, you might have even more skills available to you. It looks like there are 4, the dots at the bottom. Again, I have no idea, and I'm just guessing, but look at the graphics on this. I mean, compared to Order and Chaos 1. Come on, dude. Danny. Are you blind? You are, aren't you? Don't worry, Order and Chaos will still be around. They'll still be updating it for a long, long time. You'll still have your little game. This is Order and Chaos 2. And this is a solo dungeon. So you got your mage here. She looks good. It's a human mage. The graphics they're pretty stunning. And from what I gather, you get materials to do something with your gear. We'll talk a little bit more about gear and the difference between Order and Chaos and Order and Chaos 2. The mobs seem to come one at a time during this dungeon, this solo dungeon. It's level 5, so I'm guessing they're just introducing you to basic steps, using your cooldowns and your skills and taking down people. There's a mini bad guy. We seem to hit her with hit him with like 3 hits, and that's about it. And there's your first taste of the solo dungeon. Again, there are 4 at launch. The second one is like a treasure hunting dungeon. You got to pick up a lot of treasure chests. When you're done, there are 2 chests, at least in this dungeon there are. There's a bigger chest and a smaller chest. She seems to have been rewarded with some sort of garbage materials, unless they're legendary stuff and I just don't know about it. Graphic style, again, a real heavy cross between WoW and Guild Wars 2 in terms of the color style and the palette. Beautiful fluid animation. I love these little goblins or whatever. They look like caricatures with giant heads. So the goal of this one is to collect all the treasure, loot them, and goblins pop out. You got to kick their butt in the face, and then you win the game. Get the girl, level up, do it all over again. You can see the graphics difference between this and Order and Chaos 1. I didn't want to make the video too long to show too many differences. I was going to do it with the running scenes as well and some dungeons, but you get the point. If you play Order and Chaos online, your jaw might very well be on the floor from this video. We all got the same assets for the video, but I wanted to interject it with some content from Order and Chaos 1 before, so you could actually see the difference between graphics. There was some other music in the game, but it was not the greatest of audio, so I played my little fun song in the beginning. Shiny objects, collect the chests, kick the butts of the goblins. It's really easy, it's really noob. She's still level 5, it seems, so this is just one of the early launch solo dungeons. And as opposed to sitting on a table in Greenmont or whatever the new city is, it could be Cormyr, you could be spending your time collecting materials and other epics for your questing. So it's pretty cool. And being that it's not part of your dungeon exhaust at endgame, it's a completely different currency. So you can either collect it as rewards from chests and lottos and stuff like that. You can get your reset every day. That's sort of the gist of solo dungeons. Here's the Q&A time, guys. Like always, the first question is Order and Chaos 2 Redemption cross-platform? And the answer is no. No, it's not cross-platform at all. Period. It's iOS, Android, separate. Can you talk a little bit about gearing up? Yeah, I can actually. It's a lot more different than Order and Chaos Online. You'll be able to enhance and evolve your gear over time. That's all that I can say at this point, as opposed to just kind of collecting and recollecting new loot and gutting the rest. What about talent trees and specs? Well, this time around in Order and Chaos 2, classes are more linear, so the decisions on where you spec your points are far more important. But there are skills for both sides of the trees, like Archer and Sim, for instance. We talked about the world changing in the game. What does that mean? Well, it really means that as you play throughout the entire game, the whole environment will change. Cities will completely change. According to the storyline, they could blow up and become completely new. The whole land changes, which really changes the scope of the game. Thanks for your time, guys. Tons more videos to come. I'm live on Mobcrush. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my video. There's tons more content to come. Have yourselves a great day. Peace.